What's up, everybody? It's 313 JMO. If you like All Star Weekend, I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't like All Star Weekend, then you don't like it, man. But this is a video, and just looking at a lot of stuff and something that people have been talking about, and I thought about this a lot yesterday. Who will be the player that's gonna take the torch from LeBron James? I know most of y'all, whether you LeBron haters or people who don't like LeBron, probably say KD. No, they might try to say Steph. No. Um, we gonna go to KD and Steph is for the same reasons. They're great, but people acting like they're young. I mean they're old, but KD and Steph are both 29. I mean, the ultimate prime age in the NBA is 28, but once you get to like 29, the average NBA player has like 3 years of prime left. LeBron James is a complete fucking anomaly on every fucking level. I mean, like, he was 29 like what, 4 years ago, and he's gonna be 34 next year, and next year after this season, no matter what happens, what in the finals, he still will be the best player in the league. That shit is ridiculous. But with KD and Steph is they have injury histories. I remember I was talking to some people. I even talked to some of the DVE members. People were complaining about us getting Blake Griffin. He's injury prone. I'm like, bro, Steph and KD get injured every single year. They miss 10 to 12 games every year. Steph just came off of an injury. And before that, KD was hurt. They miss games every year, so I don't want to hear that. But that's the reason. Their injury history is going to catch up with them. The reason LeBron James is on this insane tear, and the reason that Kobe Bryant could have surpassed Michael, who knows, ended up with 7 rings. The reason Kobe didn't surpass Mike, he got hurt, man. He got hurt. What was his Achilles, I think? And after that, he was never the same again. Achilles ACL, because I know he had an Achilles injury for sure, because he shot that free throw and it realest shit I ever seen. If you didn't know, Kobe is my favorite player of all time. But and see, that's the thing, you can like Kobe and you can like Bron and you can love Jordan, like me. But point is, Steph and KD have injury histories. And in this young man's game, that's gonna catch up with you eventually. They 29, so it's not gonna catch up with them. But let Steph and KD get those ankle injuries at 32. They're not gonna be the best player in the world, man. I think their window is closing. And right now, the gap is not wide enough for KD or Steph. Because I remember I said in one of my other videos, I feel like Russell Westbrook is just as good as Kevin Durant. When you talk about an overall player, the only difference is KD can shoot better. And yeah, well, he's tall, so he can block. Yeah, whatever. Don't give a fuck about that. But I feel like, and I'm not a fan of James Harden at all. I'm not a hater of James Harden. I don't hate the man, but I'm just not a fan. His game, like, if he's not going to the free throw line, is he really this good? But whatever. But James Harden, the way he's putting up numbers, you could say he's the best player in the world right now. And look how he's been doing that for 3 seasons, MVP numbers. And then you have Anthony Davis. You got, Karl Anthony Towns, But these are the 2 players. I was going to just have it at 1, but this other guy is the guy that I was ready to get a crown to last year. But now he's having injury issues. But I think it's going to be Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think that's the guy that's going to be the best player in the league, undoubtedly. Remember what KD said? I think KD said, if you don't know, you probably don't know. KD said something like along the lines of, if he develops, I don't know if he said if he develops a jump shot and then said this, or he just said this. But I think he said if he develops a 3-point shot, Giannis could be the best player this league has ever seen. Whether he said the shit about the 3-point or not, he definitely said Giannis could be the best player ever. That's KD. He said that about, who else, too? Oh, Joel Embiid could be one of the greatest players ever. And Joel Embiid is a beast. But it's Giannis. And the other person is Kawhi Leonard. Now, we're going to start with Giannis first. When you look at the NBA, or the recent NBA, it's always like this. Unless you're, Tim Duncan wasn't freakishly athletic, but he had athleticism. Unless you're Duncan or Curry, it just doesn't happen. And my point where I'm going is, the most athletic players become the best players in the league. Michael. Magic wasn't like Michael or LeBron athletic, but Magic was athletic. Michael, and then Magic was like a 6'9" point guard, so he was kind of different. Kareem didn't have to be athletic; he had a fucking skyhook. What do you have to be athletic if you got the most unstoppable shot of all time? So you had Wilt, Kareem and like Magic. We just went over them, but you had Michael. Then you don't forget 18-year-old Kobe was an athletic phenom. You had Kobe and Shaq, the best players in the league. And now you got LeBron. Like after Kobe got hurt and it died down, you had D Wade who had a period, only like about a couple year period. AI wasn't freakishly athletic either, but he wasn't like the number one player. Even the season that they went and lost, I would say Kobe was the number one player. My point is, and now you got LeBron James, and my point is, the most athletic players ever become the most dominant players in the NBA. It's just true. That's why Durant or Curry, they're not athletic, man. That finesse will extend their careers, but being the number one guy, like Russell Westbrook, I would love to give it to him, but I don't know yet. And he's my favorite player in the league right now, if y'all didn't know. But I don't know if Russ can be the best player in the league just because of the way he plays. I know that might sound stupid, but I just feel like, I don't know. Man, maybe it could be Russ, but I feel like same thing with KD and Steph. Russ is about 29. In like 3 years, is Russ going to be the same Russ athletically? Meanwhile, Giannis, I don't know how old he is, but I know he's 25 or below. Maybe 26. I don't know. But Giannis, I remember I was watching something. Paul Pierce was talking about when Giannis like literally jumped over this dude who was like 6 foot, I don't know, 5, 6. I think it was Tim Hardaway Jr. he jumped over. And he jumped completely over him. And like Paul Pierce, who I don't like, fuck Paul Pierce, fuck the Celtics. But he's like, I've never seen that before. The only player I ever seen do that before. And then they brought up LeBron James in Miami where he jumped over somebody. But forget about opinions and think logically here. The most athletic players in the league become the best player in the league. Look at what happened as soon as LeBron on the scene. He was, and who in this league is more athletic than Giannis? No one. And when I was watching the All-Star game, Giannis couldn't be guarded by no one. Like, he was dunking on everybody. Of course, he didn't have the shiny stats or whatever, but nobody could do shit with Giannis. And when I think about it, he can shoot a mid-range. He can shoot a 12, 14-footer. Once he gets that three, and he shot some threes this year. Once he gets that three down, he could be the greatest player ever. And see, Jordan has a legacy on top of being all-time great, so it's hard to surpass Jordan. But I'm just talking about player. Like, that's why I say LeBron James, like, he's there. But he just don't have Jordan legacy. And then we got the 11 finals. But Giannis, who's going to stop Giannis? And he can play defense. I think he's going to be the best player. And Kawhi Leonard was the only other person because he was 25, and I've never seen a 25-year-old defend and basically not shut down, but give two all-time greats problems. I already said it in that Spurs series I said in an early video, Kawhi put the clamps on KD in that first game. And I feel like he would have gave KD problems the whole series. Kawhi had LeBron average 27 points per game in the finals, and you're like, 27 points, that's not bad. But for LeBron, who's always averaging 33, oh no. And that final, Kawhi gave LeBron problems. And it always seems like I think Shannon said this, he's like, whoever LeBron's guarding gets the MVP, Iggy, Kawhi. But like, look, it's mainly because of his offense. Kawhi to me was already by bar none the best defender in the league. But then he trained with Kobe and got this unbelievable offense. And he was just and he's always been a great shooter. So you got somebody who can defend LeBron and KD and then score like LeBron and KD. And he was getting his playmaking up a little. And it's not defending LeBron and KD. The best defender that can drop 25 on you. Ain't that what LeBron was when he was the best player in the league? A two-way player. A beast. KD, he's a late bloomer, but he's not a good all-ball defender. I seen Paul George put that man on skates in that OKC game. So I can't give him that defense, like, on ball. Like, LeBron on ball on D-Rose. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kawhi on ball defenders, to me, are better defenders than, like, rim protectors. But I think it will be Giannis or Kawhi, but not Kawhi has all this injury problems, so I don't know what's up with that. But Giannis, bro. It's going to be Giannis. I'm telling you, unless something drastic happens to him, it's gonna be Giannis. It's always the most athletic players. Like, I'm not saying people are super anything, but when will y'all learn? It's the when has it not been the most athletic players? That's been when Steph Curry was never the best player in the league because LeBron was here, but Steph Curry's and your Tim Duncans. But that's so rare, and Tim Duncan is the greatest power forward of all time. Steph Curry is top 3 point guards all time. Like, we talking about all time greats. But I think it's gonna be Giannis Antetokounmpo. It's gonna be the best player in the league, man. All right, man. I'm out. I think the Lions, they hired a new running backs coach, so we'll see what's going on with that. And the Pistons game is coming up soon against the Celtics. I'm worried. Not worried about the Pistons, but I feel like that's a game we need to win, and we might lose just because the Celtics probably want to win. And I just hope we win that game. I'll do a review for that game. The NBA is about to start back up. Oh, also, Lamar Jackson is an amazing quarterback, and anybody who thinks he should be a wide receiver is a fucking idiot. And all you people who hated on Lamar Jackson like y'all hated on Deshaun Watson last year, y'all all gonna be sadly mistaken. Lamar Jackson is a fucking beast. And all these people who passed on him are gonna be stupid idiots. Alright, man, it's 313 J-Mo. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know who you think is gonna be. I'm out.